trying to meditate on what could be the most evil thing a person can do to another. Now, I'm not talking about graphic, physical manipulation of limbs or violent torture. I'm talking about what is the most disrespectful and undignified thing you could do to a human being, you know. And I think one of the most evil things you can do would be to fill a man's mind with patriotic and nationalist feelings, real local love, nationalist vibes, real flag waving patriotism, believing in the homeland, on truth, freedom, the American eagle, the British fairness. You fill their minds with amazing patriotism, and then you send them off to fight and die for corporate interests or money or some shareholder dispute of shareholders from Russia versus shareholders from Britain or America. I think that might take the trophy of the most evil thing, because, to brainwash someone and then get them to die when they think they're dying for the thing you brainwashed them with, but they're in fact dying for your profit. That's like a reality weapon. You're literally weaponizing a person's worldview and reality to use it against them and turning them into a useful cyborg for your corporate aims and desires. You know, there's many things that our governments can ask of us. And there's that famous phrase from JFK, John F. Kennedy, who says, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country." Now, I guess if you're asking yourself what you can do for your country, I think quite far down the list would be to die in a camouflage uniform for Big Pharma or Big Oil or some other corporate interest. We have this romantic notion that we are la résistance. We are the beret-wearing, gitan-smoking, baguette-chewing, Gallic, Celtic warriors of the French resistance, protecting the homeland after the collaborators have sold us out. Sold us out, mate. But modern war is not like that. Modern war is almost like Disney Apple Corps. Disney, Apple, Tesla, General Motors, McDonald's is going to war against Gazprom, Aeroflot, and oh God, can I name another Russian company? No, I cannot. Bank of Russia, Bank of Moscow. I don't know any Russian corporations. And it's worse than that as well. Let's find another great evil. Another great evil would be affecting the fertility of the innocent masses through propaganda, through fear, through visions of doom for the environment. Or creating such a secular worldview where you've brainwashed the public into believing they'll never afford a child, they'll never afford to raise a family, when in fact, if you don't have a secular worldview, the fruits of child rearing, child making, child raising are all around you. You already own all. If you've got a cock and balls or a vagina and ovaries, and you have a loving worldview, and you're not, sociopathic or psychopathic. Psychopathic, I think you're inherently mad, but sociopathic is that inherently you might be okay, but society has made you mad, hence sociopathic. Convincing hordes of young people to, become true hedonists, pleasure. We're now seeing extension of sexuality into earlier and earlier years. I mean, very soon they're going to be trying to blend sexuality with preteen years. They're already getting a stronghold by discussing issues such as potential transgenderism in adolescence, when in fact, is that a gateway for great evil to go in? Because, I'm sorry, no 9-year-olds or 8-year-olds should be ever worrying or thinking about these adult topics. I'm sorry, but no. And the plot thickens for me personally. I don't think transgender people are evil or less human. I recently met two very, very friendly, very open, very understanding transgender people who featured in a very popular recent video, and they have many of the same thoughts I did. And they loved my channel, and they love free speech, and they were fully resilient against the comments in the comment section. So, great evils, probably the greatest evil is brainwashing someone to the point that they literally get themselves killed in a obedient uniformed row in a trench somewhere for Disney Corps, Apple Corps, McDonald's, for Halliburton, for Lockheed Martin, for Northrop Grumman, for Boeing. Let's go die for Boeing. A second evil would be affecting people's fertility via fear, trauma, convincing them that the world's going to end, bringing in this secular, materialistic worldview. There's never the right time to have a kid or start a family if you're a pure materialist, because you can always have more material. If you just wait another year, you'll have more material, and then your family will be healthier and happier. And yeah, you'll put it off to make sure you're in a better position forever. And climate change alarmism, viral alarmism, I've seen people say that bringing children into this world is selfish because of the environment. And these are the same people that will tell their neighbor here in England or in America or Canada, don't have a kid, as they demand massive boatloads full of refugees who are extremely fertile and love having children. There's that kind of twisted craziness. It is crazy. I can't remember her name. There was a lady, she coined a phrase, the banality of evil. She was looking at Eichmann and all the other high-ranking Nazis that were caught in the Nuremberg trials. And she was trying to find some like real horns, demonic, reptile eyes, fangs, rubbing hands together. We are so evil. She just found out it's just people playing out bad ideas, hence the banality of evil. So I hope my YouTube channel provides a bit of an antidote to brainwashing BS. I'll try and keep it real here. We admit to mistakes. I say we, as if I've got a big team behind me. I admit to mistakes. I say when I'm wrong. I leave mistakes up on my channel. I don't try and censor the past. I do not censor my comment section. If a comment disappears after you've posted it, do you think it's me, or do you think it's maybe the most censorious mainstream media video platform on the internet, which gave yours truly 2 community strikes, bringing me to the very edge of a permanent cancellation, a permanent deplatforming? It was YouTube. The sun is shining. I'm getting a little bit of a lens flare on the old camera. I'm awaiting a delivery parcel, hence why you've got 2 indoor videos. I am going to try and get out into the sun very, very soon, because as we know, there's theory and practice. Theory and practice. Know a man by his actions, not by what he says, by what he does. Get out of that tabernacle and go out into the wilderness and be a voice out in the wilderness. This is Charlie Preach coming at you from the sunny climes of Northern Walkden. Thanks for watching.